another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today we have a beer that was sent to me by Steve out there in BC. This beer is from Old Yale Brewing in Chilliwack, BC. This is 5% alcohol. It's one of their tall tale beers. And tall tale is like their small one-off type of things. I don't know why this would be a tall tale beer. I don't know. To me, things like what did I have from them? I've had two different stouts, a white stout and a regular stout in the tall tale. This is a Belgian wit, and I mean I love Belgian wits. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying a Belgian wit's a bad beer. I'm just saying that being one of your specialty seasonal type of releases just seems a little strange to me because it's a fairly standard beer, at least to me. Maybe I'm just spoiled. I mean, I know that out in BC there's a lot more sours and a lot more IPAs than here in Ontario, where there's not actually all that many regularly produced wheats when you think about it either, other than maybe a Witty Traveler. But hey, this is the Vanishing Monk Belgian wit beer. Now, there was one thing that was done very wrong in this beer review. Let's see if any of you see it. Let's see if any of you picked it up. It was done. It was done on purpose. Let's see if anyone picks it up. I'm waiting for my friends that like to troll me. They should have seen it. Okay. So, nice golden color. Golden straw color. It's hazy, but it's not that bad. I mean, I can see my hand out here, just barely. I mean, I see it clearly. About here, I see it clearly. So, I mean, there is some haze there. There's a bright white head. Little snap, crackle, pop on the head. Not much. Visually, it looks like a wheat beer. I mean, it's not the most unfiltered wheat beer I've ever seen. I've seen a lot more haze on them. I've seen a lot less haze too. It looks the part. So a Belgian wit beer. I'm expecting coriander, maybe some cloves, some banana, some orange peel. That bready biscuitiness. That's what I'm expecting. What am I getting? It actually doesn't smell like a Belgian saison, Belgian wit beer to me. It smells more like a saison. It's kind of just weedy and dry, and has some of those sweet notes as well as drying notes from a clove. Not happy with the smell. My dryer's done. Not happy with the smell. Don't mind the look. Not happy with the smell. Like the label, like the look, not happy with the smell. Let's try the beer. Cheerio, good sirs and madams. Pinky out. does that say? Just checking if there was a bottling date anywhere on here. And there isn't. Okay. Not really. Not really doing it for me. This tastes more like a Bavarian wheat than a Belgian wheat. It doesn't really have that banana flavor. It doesn't really have that orange flavor. It doesn't have the coriander. It doesn't have any of the big flavor markers you'd expect from a Belgian wit. Even like Mill Street's Belgian wit, which is so dumbed down over the years that it's kind of incomprehensible, has more flavor than this. This just doesn't cut it, for me at least. Fairly nonchalant, light to medium bodied. You do get a little bit of a heavier body through the wheat in there, so I mean it does have that, but it's not good to me. I mean it's not offensive. It's not really filled with brewing faults. It's just not a good Belgian wit. Kind of slight tartness, almost like a you get that bready biscuitiness right at the beginning. Get the tart right at the beginning, and then the bready biscuitiness that kind of just slides over the tongue and makes it taste like you're eating maybe like soggy whole grain bread or something, or soggy honey oat bread, because there is that slight tart, but there is also that very, very minimal sweet taste in there. So again, a lot like like I said, a lot like a soggy honey oat. Then things start getting fun. Because you get that sour taste, you get that soggy bread taste, and then you're kind of just left with a somewhat sweet, slightly clovey, dry finish. There's nothing really to it. There's nothing really to it. Does that make it a bad beer? No. It just doesn't make it a special beer. It doesn't make it a beer that I would go out of my way to get. Excuse me. Old Yale, I've now had a whole bunch of beers from, and they seem to be an intriguing brewery in that they make a lot of good beers, but they also make a lot of beers that are meh at best. And I mean, I do think that a brewery needs that. It needs a few good beers that are hyped, that people chase after, and it needs a bunch of meh beers that everybody could drink all the time without complaining, and I think this is one of them. I mean, I would give this beer a 6 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't really care to go out and buy it again. I apparently have an enlarged liver, not apparently, because of my liver enzymes. It's not alcohol related, at least not yet, but I need to save my liver for either things I love or new things to try. And this isn't something I love, and it's not new anymore. So once I'm finished this glass of beer of this, I'll probably never have it again unless somebody brings it over and we're drinking together. 6 out of 10 for me. Thank you, Steve, for sending this out. Vanishing Monk, Belgian wit beer. Goodbye.